Hey guys, welcome back to another Mathin' with Coach Lynn. Today we're going to cover lesson 2.6 in our Tennessee Revealed math book, which is finding the whole. This begins on page 129, and the I can statement states, I can find the whole given the part and the percent by using bar diagrams, ratio tables, double number lines, and equivalent ratios. Today I'm going to start on page 131 at example 1, where we're going to find the whole. Example 1 states country music makes up 75% of Landon's music library. If he has downloaded 90 country music songs, how many songs does Landon have in his music library? Okay, so we know he has 75% is country music and 90 songs are country music. So those two are the same, whereas before we talked about 75% of a number. Now we know 75% is a number. So 75% is 90. So when we do the bar diagram, the whole bar is 100%. Since we're looking at 75%, we can cut it into sections of 25%. So 4 sections of 25. We know 75% represents our 90 songs. So 90 divided by our 3 sections is 30. So that means each section is 30 songs. So if we wanted to look at all the playlist altogether, we would have 4 sections of 30, and 4 times 30 is 120. So his playlist altogether is 120 songs. The other way we can do this is looking at 75% as a fraction, so 75 over 100. Now we want to find an equivalent fraction to find our missing number. We know our part because 75% is 90. Okay, 75% is country music, 90 country music songs. So they're going to go on the same spot as the numerator. So 90 is our numerator. From here, we're going to have to figure out what we're going to multiply by to find our whole amount of the playlist. So what I can do is 90 divided by 75, and I will get 1.2. So 1.2 is my multiplier. 1.2 times 75 gives me 90, and 1.2 times 100 will give me 120. So 120 songs on the total playlist, and 90 of them are country music. Now let's look at the check problem at the bottom of the page. It says, in a first year of ownership, a new car lost 20% of its value. If the car lost $4,200 of its value, how much did the car originally cost? So we know the new car lost 20%, and it also tells us it lost $4,200. So we know that the 20% is the $4,200. So 20% is 20 over 100. Since the 20% is the $4,200, the $4,200 will go as our numerator, just like our 20%. So now we'll do 4,200 divided by 20, and that'll give us 210. So 210 is our multiplier. 210 times 20 is 4,200. 210 times 100 is 21,000. So the original cost of the car was $21,000. On the next page, page 132, example 2 states, Marissa saved $15 because she bought a sweater that was on sale for 30% off. What was the original price of the sweater? Okay, so we know she saved 15%, which is the part she saved, not the whole price. And we know that was 30%. 30% is a multiple of 10%. So we can break our 100% bar into sections of 10%. 10 times 10 is 100, so there'll be 10 10% sections. Since we're looking at 30%, we're going to shade 3 of the bars, which represents our $15 that we saved. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So every section is 5. So if every section is 5, and we know that there are 10 sections, because each one is 10%, 10 times 10 is 100. 5 times 10 is 50. So the original price of the sweater was $50. And if we saved $15, that now means we spent $35 on the sweater. Okay? We could also set it up as our fraction. We saved 30%, so 30 over 100. Since we know this part we saved was $15, that's our part, not our total price, not our whole. 15 divided by 30 is a half, 0.5. So that's our multiplier. 0.5 times 30 is 15. 0.5 times 100 is 50. So 15 is the part we saved. 50 was the whole price of the sweater. Down at the bottom, in the check problem, it tells us Kai calculates that he spends 15% of the school day in science class. If he spends 75 minutes in science class, how many minutes long is Kai's school day? So it tells us 15% is science class, and 75 minutes is also science class. So 15% and 75 minutes are the equivalent numbers there. So if we write 15%, we have 15 over 100. And since we know that 15% is the 75 minutes, it will be the numerator just like our 15%. So now we'll do 75 divided by 15, and we'll get 5. So 5 is our multiplier. 5 times 15 is 75. 5 times 100 is 500. So science class is 75 minutes long, and the whole school day is 500 minutes long. Now let's finish up by looking at a couple practice problems on page 135. Number 1 says Yolanda's club requires that 80% of the members be present for any vote. If at least 20 members must be present to have a vote, how many members does the club currently have? Well, we know based on our problem, 80% of the members must be present for any vote. And it says if at least 20 members must be present, we know that the 80% and the 20 are the same. So 80% is 80 over 100. Since our 80% is our 20 members, 20 will be our numerator. So now we're going to do 20 divided by 80. We'll get 0.25. So that's our multiplier. 0.25 times 80 will give me 20. 0.25 times 100 gives me 25. So there's 25 members in the club, and 20 of them need to be present for a vote. Let's look at number 3. Marcus saved $10 because he bought a baseball glove that was on sale for 40% off. What was the original price of the baseball glove? So Marcus saved $10 because the glove was on sale for 40% off. So that's what he saved. He saved 40% and he saved $10. So those two things go together. 40%, 40 over 100. So he saved $10. That's the 40% he saved. So 10 is our numerator. 10 divided by 40 is 0.25. So that's our multiplier. 0.25 times 40 is 10. 0.25 times 100 is 25. So original price of the baseball glove was $25, and he saved $10, which was 40%. Let's look at one more. Number 5, Melcher used 24% of the memory card in his digital camera while taking pictures at a family reunion. If Melcher took 96 pictures at the family reunion, how many pictures can the memory card hold? So he used 24% of the memory card taking pictures of the family, and that was 96 of the pictures. We know that we're looking for the whole. This is how many pictures can the memory card hold. We know it can hold more than 96, so the 96 is the part, and that matches with the 24% of the pictures he took of the family. So 24 over 100 is our percent, 24%, and 96 is the part, the pictures he took that take up the space on the memory card. We want to know how much space the memory card has in whole. So we're going to do 96 divided by 24, and we'll get 4. So our multiplier is 4. 4 times 24 is 96. 4 times 100 is 400. So the memory card can hold 400 photos, and 96 of those are the pictures he took of his family. I hope everything we went over in this lesson 2.6 has been helpful. Take this and move forward through your assignments. Have a great day.